I'm in a bad mood right now because this is the third fucking time because of some computer and camera issues that I've had to put this fucking post up, man. Ah, anyway, this is going to be the third time in about a half hour here that I'm doing the spreads. So I should be real good at them right now. And I'll try to go as fast as I can. Jesus Christ. Welcome to another edition of the spreads for the MVF Ballers League here. This is your commish, Roy speaking. Gotta say, very, very, very disappointing draft for all of you. I'm very disappointed in most of you. My God. Some of the teams that you all put together are just awful. Awful. Don't you understand that this competitive league right here, you got geeks like me staying up till midnight studying this shit and extra picks? You got to make the most of your shit. I mean, look at this. My first game, I got Flight 815 versus Kiss the Baby. What are these teams? Carson Palmer, Forsett, McCoy, Hightower. Yeah, you got Andre as a keeper, but you have to trade for his ass. Kotchery. I mean, I like Dallas Clark, but you follow that pickup with Visanti Shenko? Shenko? You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. You really had to make the most of your limited picks, dude, and you did not, Nate. And all of the Jets on your team, dude. I mean, and Vilma, the former Jet. Honestly, I don't know what you're thinking there, man. Anyway, moving on to Kiss the Baby. I expected more from you, Rom. I really did. Peyton Manning looks good. Ray Rice is the goods. No Sean will be inconsistent. So will Ocho. I like Mike Wallace. Nice sleeper. I had him on my board. I was going to take him, and you grabbed him. So good for you, bud. It's a nice pick. VD will do his thing. With Barones, Packers, at Philly, we'll see. You know, it's not a bad matchup. Jared Allen will be inconsistent, but have some big games. I guess I like your team a little bit better than Nate's, but I don't like either of these teams. Low scoring affair, and both of these guys should end up in the cellar sometime real soon. Moving on to Jersey Madmen versus High Step and Freak. The High Stepper actually has a decent team, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get past Jersey. Tom Brady looks good. Adrian Peterson looks good. And between C.J. Spiller, Felix Jones, Bernard Berrien, and T.O., there will be one or two of those guys that will have a pretty darn good game. Tony G's going to have some decent production there at the tight end position. Good kicker with Kading. Good defense with the Ravens. And monster D lineman and Julius Peppers. I just don't know if Stafford's going to be able to get rid of the ball quick enough. We'll see. He'll get some points out of that. Jersey's team just looks solid. Steven Jackson, Rashard Mendenhall, Jennings, Colston, and Harvin. Hard to beat that that trio. I mean, the trio of receivers and the two strong backs. Cobb's a question mark at QB, but might be the answer too. I mean, he might be awesome. I'm also looking at guys like on your bench here that could be rolled into the starting lineup, like a Brandon Jacobs or a Darren McFadden. Deep team in Jersey Madmen. He's going to win this one just by a little bit, I think. I think High Step and Freak's going to put up a pretty good game. Pretty big fight. But I think Jersey's going to take this one and start the season 1-0. Campbell Squad versus the LA Rides. Jesus Christ, Campbell. What were you doing, dude? What were you fucking doing? I like Flacco. I like Gore. But Bolden is the number one receiver. I mean, I suppose you were missing the picks early, so you made the most of them. Driver could produce, but he's so damn old. I just don't believe it anymore. Cribbs is a great player on a horrible team, so don't expect too much there. He's no Steven Jackson. Zach Miller's a nice tight end. Carpenter's a nice kicker. Bengals are all right, but at New England, I don't think so. And Troy Polamalu is going to disappoint you. Trust me, man. LA Riots had a nice squad, man. Romo, Turner, Foster, and Pierre Thomas. Tough to do better than the top four than that. I mean, really, really solid. With Deshaun Jackson and Malcolm Floyd, that team is going to be very difficult to beat, especially by your scrub squad, Campbell. My goodness gracious. Akers, Saints D, David Harris. Looking really good, Riots, man. You're going to run away with this one. Campbell goes down in a heap. West Coast, My little brother had a pretty darn good draft. And the auto pick for Primetime Porter looked like it worked out okay. D-Nab, but D'Angelo and Chris Johnson look great. Receivers leave a little bit to be desired there in Hines Ward, Steve Smith, and Dexter McCluster. You're going to have a tough time there. I don't think you're going to be able to match up with Randy Moss and Mike Sims-Walker, especially coupled with the fact that West Coast got Schaub, Adai, Matthews, Witten at tight end. Yeah, Steelers D. Patrick Willis is a beast. Yeah, you're going down, Porter, in your first week, but serves you right for skipping the draft anyway. Moving on. Suck My Birds versus 29 Crash. Oh, Tony. Tony. I don't know what you're doing, dude. I'm looking at your lineup here with Gronkowski and Finley. Oh my God, dude. Are you serious? You watch a guy catch a touchdown in a preseason game and you think he's going to be your flex? Your flex? I mean, I guess if I had Lee Evans, Devon Bess, and Austin Collie on my bench, I might start Gronkowski too, but Jesus Christ, that's horrible, man. Horrible. I like Crabtree. Great value you got for him. I like Miles Austin. But Reggie Bush and Matt Forte as your starting running backs. Even Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be able to propel this squad enough. Meg's got Favre, who I fucking hate, but he might do something. Portis and Benson should be serviceable as a running back duo for a little while until Portis breaks down. I like Ronnie Brown a lot this year until he breaks down. Mason and Wayne. I like Reggie Wayne a lot more than Derek Mason. I think Mason will find his way to your bench sometime soon. Although you don't have much depth to offer there. Selleck. Pretty good tight end right there, actually. I got to give you the edge there with Brent Selleck over Gronkowski. But Jermichael Finley should be pretty good for 29 Crash. Vikes D, John Beeson is a beast, and Janikowski. Suck My Birds is going to win this low-scoring affair by a few points. And last but not least, my matchup with the Solid Snakes, the two best teams in the league in my estimation. Breeze versus Rivers, I'll give Rivers the edge because he's at KC, but Breeze will put up good numbers. Jones-Drew versus Bradshaw. I think Jones-Drew's obviously got the edge right there. Sean Green versus Jamal Charles. I'll take Jamal any day. Roddy White and Javid Best should cancel each other out. So right now we're basically at a push. Larry Fitz versus Calvin Johnson. I'll take Calvin, no problem. Especially with D. Anderson throwing to Larry. Steve Smith, Carolina versus Dwayne Bowe. Let's call that one a wash. Then Kellen Winslow versus Antonio Gates. Gates has the edge. Hartley is going to put up points. So is Bueller, but Hartley should do real well. Eagles D might kill me. It might kill me going against Green Bay, but maybe there'll be a pick six somewhere in there to help give me some points. Two solid D linebackers there in Laurinaitis and DJ Williams. So pretty much a pick 'em. I think it's going to be a pretty high-scoring game, and may the best or luckiest man win this one. I got to say it's really 50-50. No clear-cut victor in this one. Now, good luck to all of you guys during the course of the season. I think you're going to need them. I think you guys that were adamantly against the draft pick deals are going to be really sorry because, I mean, some of your teams are just awful, awful squads, and you're going to be in last place before you know it, and you're going to be dreaming that you voted to make draft pick deals happen because, seriously, it's going to be in your best interest, but I won't need it. I got too much depth. I got Marion Barber and Jonathan Stewart on my bench, dude. Macklin and Hakeem Nicks, they'd be starting in the number ones for most of your teams, man. Very disappointed in some of you guys. I really am. And but it just means that, you know, I won't have to work. I can consider myself a professional fantasy football player this year. I'm already counting the money. Maybe I'll have a nice new big screen for next time we do the draft. How about that, guys? Anyway. Hope this finds you well. Shana Tova to all the Hebrews out there. And don't forget to load up your team logos, guys. You can just put up a pic just a picture off your desktop or whatever, and create a little team logo right there. All right, guys. Hope this message finds you well. I'll be talking to you later. Peace.